Today I received this box from Rose Forever. Rose Forever designs luxurious rose boxes with natural roses that will last you for a whole year. A whole year. All the materials they use to cover the boxes are vegan. I chose this round velvet black box. It's smooth to the touch, is aesthetically pleasing, it's just simply gorgeous. And if you don't know, now you know. Pink is my favorite color, so voila. I chose these pink roses. I think they're absolutely gorgeous. I think this will be a great gift idea. Now the holidays are coming, so why don't you gift this to someone you love or gift it to yourself? These are absolutely gorgeous. You can use code NEZZY20 to get $20 off your order. Thank you, Rose Forever, for sending me these beautiful roses and thinking of me. Hey guys, welcome to Vlogmas Day 19. If you are new to my channel, hello, my name is Nezzy. Thank you for clicking onto my channel. Think about subscribing to my channel. I would greatly appreciate it. So today is Monday and I am starting the vlog late. It's after 5 o'clock p.m. You heard right, 5 o'clock p.m. So I had a very busy day today. My 9 to 5 kept me in my room, kept me away from you guys, and that's no bueno. So I gotta try to figure out what I can do to entertain you guys. So as you saw, I got some flowers from Forever Roses or Rose Forever. They're right here. We were supposed to have a technician to fix the ice machine in our fridge. They never showed up. Diesel is upset. He called them like 3 times. We don't know what's going on. My mother-in-law comes tomorrow and she loves ice just like Diesel. So now he's going to have to go out and buy a bag of ice until these people decide to come. Believe me, Diesel told them off. I don't understand why no one has come yet or given us a courtesy call to say why they're running late or why they're not coming or whatever. But yeah, it's past 5. They said from, I think, 1 to 3. And again, it's 5:19. So I don't know what's going on. But I do know something. I'm hungry. All I had today was a cup of tea and a very small amount of egg salad with crackers and some grapes. So I'm hungry. I have some food in the fridge. I'm going to reheat and eat. I'm not sure what Diesel wants to eat. And yeah, we have to go food shopping. We have to go food shopping. I haven't done a BJ's haul. I'm shocked. I don't think maybe one food haul I've done since Vlogmas. Wow. I'm shocked. I'm shocked. So yeah, tomorrow or Wednesday, we're going to go food shopping and get some stuff because yeah, we're running low on a lot of stuff. I'm sitting here thinking about what am I going to do? What am I going to do? I don't know what to do on this vlog. So, ding. I said to myself, you know what? I'm going to make some arroz con salchicha. I'm going to show you how I make my arroz con salchicha. That's rice with Vienna sausage. Us Latin girls, well, a lot of Latin families make this. It's really good. I mean, you can pair it with like a side of beans. I'm not making beans, but it's good. But I'm going to show you how I make mine. Diesel doesn't eat that, but that's more for me. There's other stuff in the fridge that I can make him. So I'm going to make arroz con salchicha. How about that? Let's begin. Okay, so I'm making a small pot of arroz con salchicha. I'm going to begin with adding some avocado oil to the pan. Let that get a little hot. And then I'm going to add sofrito because everything tastes good with sofrito. But that much. Okay. And then what we're going to do is add a little bit of ajo, which is garlic. Not that much. Yeah, about that much. Just going to stir that. These are the Vienna sausages I use, the Libby's. I got 2 cans. I drained the water and I rinsed them with water. I'm going to add some adobo light. I eyeball everything. I don't measure. some black pepper, a packet of sazon, we're gonna mix all that together. I'm gonna lower this a little bit, the heat. I have it on. If you have a stove that says 1 through, I guess 10 high, I have it on like 4.5. I'm gonna add the salchichas. Cut them up like so. Not smash, just cut them up. This smells good already. Oh my god. I remember when I was little, I used to eat the salchichas out the can after I rinse them. Or I put this in my scrambled eggs. It's so good. I love it. Not the healthiest, but I love to add cumin when I make rice with like beans. How come this is not focusing? I love cumin. Add some hot water. Stir it up. Because we're going to add rice. I want this to cook a little bit. Some people add corn. My sister adds corn. Sometimes I add corn too, but I don't have, well, I do have corn, but I'm not in the mood for corn. That should come to a boil, a slight boil in about a minute. So it's come to a slight boil. So I'm going to add, I think this was the last of my rice. Well, not the last, but what I had in the bag. And I think it's about a cup. So I'm going to add this freshly washed rice in here. Give this a stir. I think it has enough water. I like my rice to look and I like my rice moist. I don't like my rice dry, so I'm going to add a little bit more water. Then I'm going to put a piece of aluminum foil on top so it could cook a little faster and so the rice can have like moisture. Like I said, I don't like dry rice. Cover it and lower the fire to like number 2. While that's cooking, I wanted to show you, I got this Tazo glazed lemon loaf tea. Compliments of Kay. Thank you, Kay, so much for this. When I was over at Kay and Ron's house with Diesel, what was it, on Saturday? She gifted me this because she gave me a cup of tea. She asked me if I wanted a cup of tea, and I said, yeah, because I'm a tea person. And she goes, I'm going to give you something you're going to really like. And she showed me this, and she gave me a cup of this tea, and it's absolutely delicious. So she was like, here you go, Merry Christmas. So thank you again, Kay. But this is the tea. It's really good. It tastes like glazed lemon loaf. Really, really good. So I'm going to have a cup of this later tonight after I have dinner. It says, revel in a dessert-worthy tea with tangy notes of lemon and velvety, creamy vanilla. It is so good. So, so good. Okay, so it's been about maybe, I want to say maybe 10 minutes. So I'm going to uncover it. It should look like this. And I'm going to turn the rice one time. So that's what it's looking like. I'm still gonna let it cook. And when I come back, it should be on my plate. And this is my arroz con salchicha. It's really good. It is so good. Again, if you want, you see that smoke? It's fogging up my camera lens. If you want, you can add corn while you're making this as well, but I didn't feel like it. I have some lettuce that I'm gonna eat. Then I'm gonna pair with my food. So let's give it a taste. I ain't burning my mouth. I tend to do that, especially when I'm hungry. It's good. It's good. Oopsies, oopsies. It's simple to make. If you like Vienna sausages and you never try this, try it. It's really good. Let me know if you like arroz con salchicha. I'm in my room, guys, and this is the front of the house, which is my beauty room, and you can see the projector that illuminates the front of the house with those red, green, and blue dots. It comes into the window. It comes in through my window and onto the ceiling. I love it. It is so nice. It's about 8 o'clock. I'm in my room, and I made myself a hot cup of tea. The glazed lemon loaf. I'm cold. It's cold in this house. It's cold outside. They were saying that it's gonna get a little chillier here in Florida, and but it's supposed to be sunny, so I'm thinking about getting up early and doing my hair, blowing it straight, because I'm getting tired of this bun. Anyway, the football game is about to start. I hope you guys enjoy that little cooking segment. So yes, I like arroz con salchichas. I don't eat it often. When I was younger, I did. That's like an easy recipe to make when you want like a rice dish. And I was like, you know what, let me make some. I had 2 cans in the pantry, and I was like, let me just make this. But I'm not eating it again. There's a lot left over, so when my mother-in-law comes in, Diesel's too much. But when my mother-in-law comes tomorrow, she lands about 1:30, and by the time Diesel gets her and comes to the house, she's probably gonna be hungry. So I left her the rest in the refrigerator. I told him, when mom comes, you make sure that you give her this and tell her that she can eat the whole thing, because I'm not gonna have no more of that. You know when you crave something and then you eat it and you're like, oh, why did I eat that? Or I'm done with it. I don't want it no more. I don't want to have it no more. So yeah, so I left that in the fridge for her. And like I said before, we have to go grocery shopping. I think we're gonna do that Wednesday. There's so much I'm doing, guys. It's so much. I think Vlogmas is going pretty fast, because this is Vlogmas day, what did I say, 18? No, 19, right? 19. 19? Like I said, I like doing it, but it's taking a toll on me because of, you know, everything else I have to do. Like today was super busy. I was super busy. I did a lot. I did a lot. Getting the house ready for my mother-in-law. You know, I cleaned the room. Again, the room is not dirty, but it was cluttered because when I do laundry, I fold all the clothes and I put it in that room. And Diesel has a lot of clothes because when he goes to the gym, he layers up. And so, like, there's a week worth of laundry in that room that's folded, clean and folded. So he took care of that this morning. And then while I was working, I was washing more clothes. I was washing towels and, you know, back and forth and trying to do a sponsored video. And again, I'm really upset with myself because, you know, I didn't do it. I don't have time. And it's like, you know what, Niz, you got to make time if you want to get paid. So I haven't heard back from them. Let me check my email real quick. I haven't heard back from them, but hopefully they'll give me this another week. Yeah, I haven't heard from them. Hopefully they give me to the end of the week where I can, you know, create that video and send it to them and submit it to them. So, oh my God, this tea is so delicious. It is so good. It tastes like a glazed lemon loaf. It's so good. and it's gonna warm me up. I'm so upset that I haven't had a chance to even get my nails or feet done. My nails are terrible. I'm looking at them right now. My feet look even worse. And you guys know, if you watch my vlogs, I always do my nails and my feet all the time, like every 2 to 3 weeks. I just been keeping up with these lashes because I make time for my lashes. But as far as my nails, it's just, I don't know, man. I don't know, and I said I wanted to do them before the holidays, so you got to make the appointment. And the place that I go to now for my feet, you have to make an appointment. Sometimes the guy's not available. And then with Belinda, I have to text her. I have to text her because she's super busy. I've been seeing her work because she posts her work on Instagram. She's been doing her thing with Christmas nails. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. I'm waiting for Diesel to get off the phone because if you guys listen to the Strawberry Letter on the Steve Harvey Morning Show, so yeah, he wants to talk about that. So I'm gonna go over there now because I think he just hung up. Let's see what he has to say. So I'm with your boy here. He wants to tell you about today's Strawberry Letter, which I missed.
Well, you wasn't really listening.
I wasn't really listening. I was busy.
I mean, it was based upon, most of those story letters are based upon a couple of situations. So there was this married couple for 14 years. The husband is a basketball coach. So the thing was, his wife had said to him that you have until December 1st to get me a tree and have it up. So being he's busy a lot with basketball, he's under a lot of stress. I guess, I don't know, he said it was high school or college, whatever. So he didn't meet the deadline, right? So what happens? He had a practice going, but what happened was one of the star players got sick, so he canceled practice and decided to come home, and I guess request what his wife wanted him to do. So in other words, his wife was at home. I guess she was, she's not expecting him to come home a certain time. Make a long story short, he came home. His daughter was hooping with one of her friends. So he went up to her and said, "Hey, where's your mom at?" So, "Oh, mom is in the house, decorated tree with Mr. Tim." So the father looked puzzled. "Mr. Tim? Only Mr. Tim I know is my wife's ex, who drives trucks, and it was a truck parked in front of his house." He goes inside. He said he goes inside. See me, I'm gonna give you what happened, and I'm gonna give you my version. It was me. Goes inside. His wife was startled. She looked very like somebody is in shock. And you can tell like their heart is beating like real fast. That type of shock. He said he walked up to his wife and hugged his wife on purpose, and she smelled like men's cologne, which wasn't his cologne. So he says, "Where's Mr. Tim at?" "Oh, he's behind the tree." So a tree must have been a large tree for this guy to hide behind the tree. I guess when he heard the door or whatever they were doing, he got scared, hide behind the tree. So he said the man's foot was sticking out, and he tapped his foot and says, "What are you doing here? And you're going to have to leave my house." So the guy replied, "Oh, man, no disrespect. I'm just helping out your wife, to the fact that you wasn't around to do so." Okay, all right, exactly. In other words, she's confined and venting to this guy about their personal situation. So he's like kind of nudging the guy out, and he's wanted to punch him in the back of the head, but the wife blocked him or got in the middle. Let me tell you something. If I'm pissed, nobody can stop me. Okay? Anyway, because I'm going to give you my side of the version. Anyway, the guy left. The wife turned around and had the audacity to say to him, "Well, this was your fault. If you would do if you was around more often and do what I would like you to do, I wouldn't have to be dependent on somebody." So he said, "If you actually going to turn this around and make it sound like I'm at fault, you having this man, your ex, in my house?" So he says the man was thinking about, to can play that game by asking his ex-girlfriend to come over to his house and bring this delicious chocolate cake I guess used to make when we were seeing each other. So that was the whole thing. Steve Harvey gave his version. So it's very similar, because my version would have been, first of all, if it was me writing the story, I'd probably be telling it through a glass pane window in a correctional facility, because I would have definitely had been brought up on charges. It would definitely have been a crime scene, because Me personally, she'll tell you, it's two sides to me. I'm a true Gemini. There's Mr. Rogers' side, and then there's Diesel the Hulk side. So it would have been a Hulk side situation. But I know, listen, we didn't got that kind of problems, I understand. But saying if I were with somebody like that, first of all, and my daughter, my kid would have said, oh yeah, mommy's in there with her ex, basically. I would have kicked the door in or slammed the door just to get everybody real all shaking nervous. Then I would have came up to aggressively, like have that I turn. What problem is? And then some dude would have been hiding behind my tree in my house. I wouldn't have tapped his foot. I would have crushed his foot. I would have stepped on his foot. Then I would have hit him in his throat because he wouldn't have time to explain himself. Because I wouldn't have told him to get out the house. I would have dragged him out the house, like mopped him with the floor out the house. See, you can't let a situation like that just like have somebody walk in your house and ain't supposed to be out of your house. Because see, like I said, that's the total, like, most disrespectful thing to do.
It is disrespectful.
And if I heard her say, well, this is your fault. If you was here for me, I wouldn't have no guy, anybody else in this house. I mean, like I said, she see me at my worst as far as being a rage where I was going to stomp somebody's lights out. Because see, I don't, one thing it ain't no about no tough guy, but it's all about respect. Mm-hmm. And I demand respect. You know what I'm saying? 6'3", 270, 265 pounds. I ain't to play with. Don't play with me. Play with PlayStation. Don't play with me. Don't play with it. Don't play with it. Don't play with me.
What was Steve's version?
He basically was the same thing. He said that he would have been talking from a jail cell because he said he would have kicked him in his ankle so hard that he would have been in pain from holding his ankle, and then he said he would have went crazy on him. He said that and he said so himself. He had one time he said his wife saw him really at a rage. He didn't explain why he was like that, but he said it got so bad. He said Marjorie got so scared because she never saw him that angry like that. So he said that there were some people that was working in his house, and she said that y'all have to leave. Y'all have to leave, and y'all have to leave expeditiously, like very quick. So I don't know. So he just left it at that without going into deep detail. So,
Wow.
I mean, men do wrong stuff too, but I'm saying from a man's point of view, it hits different when a woman does something crazy like that to a man. I'm a nut, like I said. A lot of my friends tease me talking about, oh, you light-skinned dudes, or y'all timid. Okay, you keep thinking that, not this one. As I told people in a second, don't let the frizzy hair or curly hair fool you. Don't let the light, I'm a man's man. And I demand respect. I did bodyguard work for 40 years. And I had a few incidents, but obviously I was good with what I did because I stayed in the game. Mm-hmm. One time I slipped, and it taught me a lesson. You know what I'm saying? I don't make habit. I'm not no womanizer. I don't be like that. I don't be beating up women like like that. But one time a girl crossed the line, and I'm not gonna go into deep detail about it, but she regret what she did. One thing you don't do: don't put your hands on me. If I don't touch you, don't touch me. You can say all you want. Very rarely where words may get me hyped. Maybe if the N-word was used towards me, somebody else, maybe that'd be the only thing where all bets is off. Mm-hmm. But my theory is you can say, talk what you want. Don't put your hands on my wife. Don't definitely put your hands on my mother. And don't put your hands on me. Or threaten, all that kind of stuff. I can care less. Mm-hmm. Like I said, I demand respect. But that's crazy.
Yeah, that was a crazy story.
Yeah.
Let us know if you listen to the Steve Harvey Morning Show. And what's the name? What's Strawberry? What's the name?
Shirley Strawberry.
And if you listen
to
Shirley Strawberry with the Strawberry Letter, they read it every morning about 8:04, 8:03, something like that. So we listen to it. Well, he listens to it more than I do. But when I'm working from home, I listen to it, but when I'm at work, I don't listen to it. So,
Like
but
when
yeah,
I'm
let
in
us
the gym,
know.
I listen to him in the gym, but being I'm under the weather, so I was home today.
Yeah, he's still sicky poo. I think the flu is going around, so you guys be safe, stay healthy, drink your vitamin C, and wear your mask if you're in large crowds. I know a lot of people are like, oh,
Stop
you know,
doing it, yeah.
there's no COVID. No,
No,
wear your mask because COVID is going back up.
it's still
So
there.
just stay safe and healthy. Yeah, Diesel has his cute little bear pajamas on, and right now I'm next to him like this, and he smells like pure Vicks.
Well, yeah, I put more.
I love Vicks though. I grew up on Vicks, and I have Vicks like in the room, in the kitchen, in the bathroom. I love Vicks because when you're sick and you put Vicks, I remember my mother used to be like, "Put it in your nose, put it in your nose."
Too, yeah, my
On your
neck,
chest. I have to rub it. I have to rub it on his chest, on his back, in the evenings when he's sick because it helps him a lot. So, are you feeling a little better? God bless you.
Yeah.
God bless you. That answered my question. Anyway, guys, I'm going to end the vlog. It's okay, babe. I'm going to end the vlog here. I hope you guys enjoy this short version of Vlogmas 19. If you are new to the channel and stay to the end, please think about subscribing to my channel, liking and commenting on this video. Please give this video a thumbs up and please share the videos because sharing is caring. I will see you guys tomorrow when my mother-in-law is here on Vlogmas Day 20. Until then, have a safe, blessed day or evening whenever you're watching this. Adios.
Peace.
Always falling.